I'm Beck. Welcome to a what I'm currently reading video. I'm starting this video with a success story, and that is I finished The Words of Radiance. This is part 1, but I finished the whole book, so parts 1 and 2, and I did that yesterday, and I don't really know what to do with myself now. I am, rereading the series, so next up logically I should start Oathbringer, but I think I need a bit of a break. When I read longer books and I don't finish anything for a while, it feels like I'm not reading anything because I'm not finishing anything. So if I start this, I think I'm going to be very annoyed with myself. I need to reward myself with some shorter books basically before I dive into Oathbringer, because this is an undertaking as well. In terms of shorter books, my library might come in clutch here, and I've got, I think, How to Keep House While Drowning, which is a 3-hour audiobook waiting for me. It's a non-fiction title. And then I've also got The Dark Prophecy waiting on my Audible list to continue the Trials of Apollo series that I finished in August. I talked about it in my August wrap-up. So I could start this, but this is still an over 12-hour audiobook, so it feels a little bit long. Granted, compared to Brandon Sanderson, it's short, because compare anything to Brandon Sanderson's Stormlight Archive and it's short, but this might be on the cards. Otherwise, I'm just trying to kill time until one of my new anticipated releases comes out on audiobook on the 5th of September, and that's only a few days away. So if I can read a short audiobook from my library in that time, that would be amazing. I'm held back a little bit physically too, because I want to continue The Tainted Cup by Robert Jackson Bennett, and Dave's reading The Will of the Many on my Kindle, so I can't read my Kindle. It's killing me. So I'm just in a very weird, don't know where to pivot mood at the moment, which is not annoying, but I want to make some mileage in my reading, so I'm hoping that I can do that. So I lied. It is the end of the week and I ended up starting Oathbringer. I've read this on audio and I'm the equivalent of 100 pages in. I said I needed a break, but at the same time, I just love this series and these characters, so I thought, why not start it? Because I was waiting for a new release to come out on audio, and that's what I've switched over into reading instead. So I'm currently reading 3 books. So this on audio, which I am obviously loving, and I need to share a quote with you from Oathbringer because it did a flashback for Dalinar, and Dalinar is in this flashback about 20 years old. He's in the midst of a war and he's been shot at by an assassin, and he's run up to where the assassin is. Because the assassin can shoot arrows so far, Dalinar was impressed, and he's like, "Welcome to my elites." And the assassin went, "What? I tried to kill you?" And then Dalinar's like, "Yes, from a distance," which shows remarkably good judgment, and it just made me cackle. But then the other audiobook that I'm listening to, that new release I was talking about, is The Gods Below by Andrea Stewart, and this one so far, I've only just started it, but so far it follows 2 sisters. At the beginning they are 15 and 9, and they're trying to survive in this world that is being ravaged. I'm not sure if it's actually being ravaged or if it's just part of the world building, but there is this wall of mist that is encroaching, I guess, and if you are exposed to this mist wall, it means that you die because the fumes are toxic, or it vastly changes you, and that's very rare. And the main character, she's trying to get her and her younger sister across the border to escape this mist, and she joins a group of deep miners, and to do that you need to be able to hold your breath, and she regularly goes diving in the ocean to get food for her and her sister, so she can hold her breath quite significantly. And as she turns around to go and get her sister from where she left her, she's like, "Stay here near this rock, stay safe, I'll go and figure out a way to get across and I'll come back for you." And she never came back for her, because as she turned around she got smashed in the back of the head and knocked out, and her sister is like, "I need to wait here, my sister said she'd come back for me." And while she's waiting there, the wall of mist envelops her, and then she ends up going through it and coming out the other side, and this mist affects her, and she's like, "How is my sister supposed to recognize me now, because I don't look like who I should be anymore?" She's like, "I feel like I've got horns on my head and my teeth are long, I've got claws." And I'm like, this is really cool. And then it does a 10-year skip, and we're just seeing where our 15-year-old character, who's now 25, where she is, and we haven't revisited the other sister yet. So I'm like, I think I'm in. I think I'm really enjoying this so far. It's got the potential to be a 4 stars, depending on obviously where the narrative goes. It's very early days, but I'm enjoying it and I'm keen and energized to listen to more, which is always a good sign. And then finally, my 3rd book that I've started reading this week is The Mime Order by Samantha Shannon, and this follows a series about clairvoyance, and clairvoyance in the city of Sion, London, are basically illegal, and Sion is trying to up their surveillance in order to catalogue who is clairvoyant and get them out of society. And Paige Mahoney is our main character. She is in the first book recognized by the night police and then arrested and taken to a secret city of Oxford. And there in Oxford, she's trained up by the Rephaim, which are these otherworldly beings that have come to Earth more than 200 years ago. But with them, they brought the buzzers, which are these creatures that feed on ether, which is the magic system, and flesh. So they are trying to kill and hunt all of the buzzers before they can reach the human population. And it's why they relocate the clairvoyants that they arrest to this city of Oxford, because the ether attracts the buzzers. So after that first book where it was contained, we're back again in Scion, London with Paige and the various other characters, and there is unrest in the clairvoyant world, and I'm really liking my revisit to this story. It always takes a bit of a slow burn to take off, but I feel like now that I'm about 100 pages in, I'm really enjoying it. I was enjoying it obviously from page 1, but I'm feeling more and more enveloped by the world, and I'm really enjoying this version of the story because it's the author's preferred text. She's done some edits, it just feels cleaner, and I'm really looking forward to reading more of it. But yeah, that's it for what I'm reading. I feel like I took a good turn for the week and I'm reading an array of very enjoyable things, which is great. I wonder also how many pages is my average per week. Might have to go and look at my past reading challenges and do some kind of calculation to work that out, because if I've read 100 pages of this, 100 pages of Oathbringer, plus whatever the audiobook amounts to in page count for my new release, that's a decent amount per week that I'm reading. So yeah, anyway, it's an interesting thing to think about, but that's all that I have read so far this week. Let me know what you're currently reading down below in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.